what I'd like to show you today is how to install an Elite 5, a Lowrance Elite 5 Fishfinder. What we're going to use is an American product actually, and it's called Goop. Not many people have heard of it over here, but it seems pretty decent stuff, so I'm going to give that a test. Tie cables, which because of the transducer cable, as you can see here, is extremely long, so I really want to wrap that up with the tie. The transducer is going into a Hobie Tandem Island, and because it's such a big boat, and it's, well, the whole length is 18 foot 6 inches long. Here we go, there it is. My problem was, where do I put the transducer? I've realised that if you put it in the front, the waves, if you get big waves on a big long hole like this, that will lift that hull right up on the bottom there, away from the waves. And transducers really need to be solidly, with no gaps or bubbles or air bubbles at all in between the hull and the water. Right, first job was to place my head here, which I did do, and I also sealed it because just to make doubly sure, with some marine sealant. I used a really good quality through system here for the cables for my Fishfinder. First off, basically we've got to get this sat pretty much in the middle of the boat, and for me, I personally believe it'll be under the seat well on the front seat here, which would be a good position for that, especially on a big long hull like the Tandem Island. It will be perfect positioning, I would have thought. I've roughed it up around this area here, and basically roughed it up here, basically, and that's where I'm going to put place my transducer. So, with placing my transducer pad first, I'm going to use the goop and a small bead of goop around to place the transducer. And now I'm putting it in place. Keeping it straight, of course, and having the curved end, which is the front of the transducer, to the front of the boat. Now we need to weight this down, put some weight on it. And also, to keep it all tight, I have a foam block, which I'll try to position like so. So, now we've got the weight on there, and everything's on there. We can leave that to go off for a couple of hours. Okay, so transducer is now all cable tied and neatly done, like so. Okay, next step, put in the transducer into the pad. Yeah, hi guys, what we've done now the pad's completely gone off, given it a couple of hours. 24 hours would be completely, really well sealed, I would have thought. But now we put the transducer in, we put a nice thick layer in there, as you can see, and got a nice thick layer in the bottom. So basically I filled that well halfway with marine goop. I saw a couple of bubbles in there, which was a bit annoying, but what I've done, I slid the transducer in so it was on its side first, and slid it in to try and get rid of those bubbles, leaving that to set. That'll go off in a few hours, and that'll be well and truly set in there, and all done and dusted basically. So what I've done now to add pressure onto the transducer, I have put some gaffer tape over the top of the transducer. This will squeeze the goop and hopefully the bubbles as well. And the battery that I'll be using is a 12 volt 8 amp hour battery. Wiring to the battery really must be waterproof. You've got to think, when you're dealing with water, you really got to think waterproof all over the place. The Lowrance Elite 5 doesn't come with a fuse, although it states for the warranty to use a 3 amp fuse, and that is what we're doing here. This is a sealed fuse. All this wiring from here through to here will be going in this box, which will be going in here. For the insert for the battery, as you can see here, I didn't quite have enough, so I'm marine gooping one side to the other. And what that's going to do, as you can see the shape already, it's going to fit snugly into one of these boxes. And cut the rest of this all the way around here into the perfect shape of the round curves there. Then the battery will go this way, and then the wires will be channeled from here, from this point here to this point here, small hole there, probably about halfway down actually. I'll probably need to adjust this anyway, because I've just noticed a lip there. I'll squeeze that in so I'll get the indentations there and there. And although it's only a little small piece, it needs to come off. So now we've cut out all the bits and pieces that we need. It's in there snug, that ain't going anywhere. In fact, it's going to be really difficult to get that out, but it will come out, which is good, which is what you want in a kayak. You need to be able to upside down it like that, and it just won't come out. So that's nice and firm, works a treat. All installed into a nice deep bucket, wonderfully done. And that will sit in there once I've got the lid on, and that'll be lovely and watertight. Yeah, so here we have it, all installed, nice and neat. What we've got to do now is put the lid on, which we could do outside, of course. But so that's a nice watertight seal. It's off the deck completely, if you can see that thing. And that is it. Close the hatch, nice and tight, and there we have it.